Major addition to our garden this year was this greenhouse. 120 square foot. This custom design and built. It's 5-sided to fit the space. Made from a Harbor Freight 10 by 12 kit. By customizing it, the top is quite a bit taller, or the roof at the very peak quite a bit taller. Got this door off of Craigslist, a storm door, solid glass storm door for nothing. Coming on inside, shelving around it, potting area right here with storage for pots, sprayers, and coconut coir in that block right there. Fan when it gets hot, thermometer. Coming around here is the reservoir for the hydroponics system. 3 tubes, gives room for 31 plants. Over here more shelving and plants grown in potting soil. Hydrangeas. That's French lavender that needs to be planted. Arugula and basil, romaine lettuce, some more pepper plants. All the tomatoes are out. No tomatoes in here anymore. Cilantro, chives, oregano. There's even some hen and chickens way back, and they're doing pretty good. They like it in here. They like the heat. In the hydroponics, collard greens, yellow chard, rainbow chard, lettuce, and there's some cilantro. That's the spinach starting to bolt. Keep eating these tops of it. It's pretty good. You can see the roots are very healthy. Coming out, they spread way back and spread way out. What color do you think rainbow chard roots are going to be? Yeah, kind of red. It's just like the stalks. Spinach roots. Everything's really white roots, healthy looking. Really surprised me. This is the first year on the system. So the reservoir's in here. Got a thermometer on it. I keep it at 76 or 77 degrees with the use of a couple of aquarium heaters, 150 watts each, and a little fountain pump, a cheap one from Harbor Freight. So we're low on water right now. We've got 5 gallons of water sitting right here that has been sitting overnight, so the chlorine has evaporated or gone in out of it. And what I use is a 3-part powders. These chemicals are specially formulated for hydroponics. This is a tomato special, 41838 NPK from Master Blend. Just make sure. Master Blend is the brand. This is a 1500. That's a nitrogen fertilizer. You mix those two together in equal portions, and then half of one of those. So it'd be 10 gram, 10 gram, 5 gram, or 12, 12, 6 with Epsom salt. And that would be the typical for 5 gallons of water. And then just scale that up or down depending on how much you need. So the way I know exactly how much I need is just come in here and use my Easy Shake. This thing has a battery power, charges with the magnets. There's no batteries in the thing. Just shake it, and the scale is going to light up on the side of it with the LEDs. The end of it, it's got the 2 contacts, and it's temperature compensated. So I'll just put that in there for a minute, or half a minute. take it out, shake it, now put it in there. I should get a reading, and I do. It's showing 700 parts per million on that scale. 5 different scales. They all all the scales just translate to each other, and it's basically measuring the electrical conductivity. That's why it's called EC shake. That was $50. The cheapest I could find for the price. And if you don't have something like this to measure how much parts per million, how many dissolved solids you have got in that liquid, you're shooting in the dark and you don't know what to do. The other would be some sort of a way of measuring pH. So we want to keep our plant, the plant fertilizer solution at pH somewhere between 5.8 and 6.5. Any higher or lower than that, and you're going to diminish the ability of the plants to take up these nutrients that we're pumping through the system. Each plant in this system, each plant's getting it through each tube, dripping it down onto it. The plants are planted into a block of rock wool. You could also use coconut coir. That's why this block is here. We can use that as a planting medium. And there are some expanded clay pellets that we can use in there. And I've seen them in rocks, gravel, in perlite. Just a medium to have the plant stand up. It doesn't provide any nutrients or ability to hold water. Each one has its benefits. So I'm going to mix up a batch, and I'll dump that water into there and top it off. And I use the scale so I know how much I'm putting in there. And I adjust it, since our tap water here is about pH 8. I'm always having to adjust the pH to be more acidic, so I use pH down, which is this phosphoric acid, which actually uses and contributes a little bit of phosphorus to the plants. So after you do this a few times, you just know how much to put this in, and I use my measured pipette and just drip some into there, and it will almost always be right on, and I can double check it again. And I'll double check my dissolved solids too.